Hi everyone, this is Katherine Donovan. Pardon me for my inappropriate behavior in the last episode, but I was just feeling kind of crazy and inappropriate, and I do apologize. Yeah, I can't get that song. Wake, wake, wake up, child. It's a new band that nobody has ever heard of. I wonder if you have. It's called The Rigs, and they have that song called Kingsmen. All of the Kingsmen, I think. But it's a good song, and I heard it from a promo TV spot trailer. So anyway, today's topic I want to talk about is underrated. I have used this word before, and I think I mentioned it with underrated actors and actresses. I mentioned James McAvoy, Emily Blunt, even though I don't think Emily Blunt is too underrated because she's been in a lot of movies, but I feel like she doesn't deserve the recognition. But I think she does. I mean, I've known her since My Summer of Love, and I thought the way she played the character Thompson was just incredible. And she was just incredibly sexy at it. Just phenomenal. And playing other roles, she was just fantastic. Just absolutely, positively fantastic. But people, like in Hollywood, think she doesn't deserve recognition. I mean, that's not what I heard, but it makes me feel like she does. But also people are now saying Rachel McAdams, the girl from Mean Girls, is underrated. Hold on a second. Her? Underrated? Are you kidding me? She's been in Mean Girls. She's been in The Notebook. She's been in like freaking romantic comedies, and she was in that one movie called Passion, which represented her as a depraved bisexual who wants to ruin her best friend and co-worker's life. And she's so good at playing a bitch. How can she be underrated? Then again, I guess, like, she appeared in magazines. How can she be underrated? I don't really get it. Then again, like, maybe she dropped the map for a moment and then came back with a much bigger and better role. Then I guess she must have, she may be a bitch on screen, but off screen, I bet she's one of the most sweetest people you would ever meet. And to be honest, I kind of like her as brown haired because she shows her nicer self. But when she becomes a blonde in some roles, she brings out the inner bitch within, which is amazing. And that's why she needs some recognition, just like Emily Blunt. Now on to this one. And this guy is one of my favorites. And no, it's not James McAvoy, but he's going to be mentioned again. I talk about this guy a lot, but he is incredible. But this guy is totally different. And you've seen him on Sons of Anarchy, Hellboy. That's right. Drum roll. Dum. Ron Perlman. You've seen this scruffy looking guy. Okay, he's not really that scruffy, but his personality is more like a hard ticket to look at. But he's actually a really nice guy in real life. And the thing is, when he voices people in animation roles, you don't even know if it is him. Like, for instance, with Slade. Oh my god. You guys don't know that he voices Slade in Teen Titans? My god. The way he voices Slade just gives me chills. Oh my god. I used to favorite Slade. And when I found out he was voiced by an actor by the name of Ron Perlman, And when I heard that Ron Perlman was actually also working in live action roles. But also Ron Perlman did not only voice Slade, previously he voiced Clayface in the Batman animated series. Not the new one, but the old one. But I bet in the new one too, I could be wrong. Yeah. The guy actually is a badass voice actor and live action actor in real life. Oh man. I mean by real life, I mean in movies. That's what I mean. And also, despite his appearance as Hellboy, he is, in real life, he is a really good guy because he actually dressed up as Hellboy to help to, like a whole Make-A-Wish foundation for this one kid who was suffering of cancer. And I have to say, that's one of the most sweetest things. You don't see actors or actresses doing that every day for attention. I mean, out of the kindness of his heart. And that's why underrated actors and actresses really need more recognition, just like Rachel McAdams. And now on to James McAvoy. This guy, I said previously, I've known him since Wanted, when he was with Angelina Jolie, and then Atonement with Keira Knightley. Then he's been in the whole X-Men First Class, X-Men Days of Future Past, and then X-Men Apocalypse, which played the role of Charles Xavier like a boss. Victor Frankenstein. I'm like thinking, oh man, what kind of role would he be in next? Then I heard he was in this one movie, and it was in 2013, and it was called Filth. It was like a Scottish comedy drama, but it looked kind of satire and kind of sick because of the character. But people were saying about this movie how James actually looked kind of wrong in it, but at the same time they just couldn't look away because he was just so good. I was like, whoa, that's crazy. Yeah, so anyway, I know I talk about examples of underrated actors, but I also want to talk about underrated anime characters too. I really never mentioned them before, and I pretty much did it like a video, and I was really obsessed about. Okay, let's see. So, there are some animes out there that don't focus on this one particular character who seems interesting. And you guys know exactly what I mean, right? Have you ever found an interest in an underrated character in anime, but then you realize how interesting they are, and then you wonder to yourself, hey, how come this person is not part of the story? How come they're not, like, part of it? Just wondering. So then, all of a sudden, there it is. There it is in front of you. The most interesting character, and you can't get them right out of your head. You can't just pluck it out, but then all of a sudden, everywhere you go, you feel like you see them, but they're not really there. It's like a hallucination, but you can't actually go to this hallucination, or people are gonna think you're crazy. And they haunt every single corner of your mind. Yeah, I know. Been there, done that. And here are my underrated characters from anime that deserve their own spin-off or something. Even though I know that's not going to happen. Okay. Here's a few that I have. Okay. Starting off with this would have to be from... I'm thinking. I was gonna say, and this Bleach character deserves some recognition. Shuhei Hisagi from Bleach. Yeah. What? Him? Yeah, that's right. Shuhei. If you look past his stoic demeanor and also his kind of nice looking arms, he's got a bit of a dark side. A dark past. Okay, he actually ran into a hollow when he was little. If you remember further in the episodes where it takes the prologue of how the Vizards became who they are today, and you'll see a young Shuhei was terrified and told his friends to run as he tried to defend the hollow. But he is almost eaten. However, he is rescued by one of the captains who was eventually a Vizard at the time. And Shuhei began to cry out of fear, thinking he was going to die. Captain told him to not cry, telling him what his name is. Shuhei introduces himself, and then all of a sudden, Shuhei noticed the 69 number because the 6 meant something of a number, and the 9 meant for the squad. So yeah, that was it. And when Shuhei saw that number, and this captain who saved him, he gave him new respect, and he marked the 69 on one of the sides of his face, Shuhei. And now he's pretty much of a badass. And you can notice that, remember that scar he had across his face? That was from a hollow attack. Now this guy, I know you've seen him a lot, but I think he deserves his own spin-off. I mean, he's got a few spin-off episodes. Okay, only one, but still. He does have a humorous side, but also the guy really, really needs some recognition, okay? Same with the others. Like Momo, Izuru. Captain Hitsugaya is mostly in there. I wouldn't count him as an underrated character. So, sorry. Alright, now we're gonna be moving on. Now we got something even better. And I have like only about 4 from Fairy Tail. 4 groups of these characters. And there's a lot, so I can't name them a lot. But anyway, here we go. The first one I want to point out is Lamia Scale. And you guys seen them quite a lot. Okay, not all the time in all the episodes, but they have been in some episodes. Such as their first appearance, then the whole Arashi Says, then the Grand Magic Games and the reunion when Fairy Tail came back, blah blah blah. And yeah, they've been in a lot in some mangas. Now, my only question is, how come they don't have their own spin-off? And I think I know why. I think it's because of that old lady master, Uba. She's pretty much of a nagging pest and always is like, you have no shame, spin around. I guess you people would really dread on having an old lady like her.